Hello everybody and welcome to this video in which we are going over tuples in Python. What's a tuple? I hear you cry. Well, it's very similar to a list, and if you don't know what a list is, go and check out the technique card and the video on lists. But there's a key difference here. The key difference is tuples are immutable, and lists are mutable. Mutate. Think about the word mutate. If it mutates, it can change, right? Okay. So if it's mutable, like a list, it can change. The values in the list can change. But if it's immutable, i.e. values in a tuple, it cannot mutate. It cannot change. And this is a key difference, and it's important for some types of programming. Sometimes you're going to want it that your data, once it's in there, it doesn't change. So nobody can change it. Other coders can't change it. You can't change it by mistake, especially when you're writing big programs and you're doing various things with functions, and you don't want accidentally that data changes, right? That you don't want that to happen. So an immutable solution is the preferred solution in that way of programming. However, there are other times when you actually want to be able to change values. You want it to be flexible and dynamic, so you can change the values as your program is being developed. And then you would go for a list. So really, it's just another tool in our toolkit as programmers. And sometimes we're going to want to use it, sometimes we don't. Let's have a look at it. Let's see how we do this. So let's create a tuple, just call it fruit. Okay, so fruit, and we're going to assign to it a tuple. And we use these brackets. So for a list, remember, it's square brackets, and for a tuple it's going to be these. And we could store different data types in these, in tuples, just like we can in this. Let's just go for some strings. So apple, there's our first item, that's our first value in the tuple, which is called fruit now. And then we'll have cherry, and then we'll have mango, like that, and maybe we can have orange as well, like that. Okay, so there's a tuple, right? It looks remarkably like a list, but it won't be able to change. The data in there is kind of fixed in there now. Let's just print it. So we'll just print the entire tuple and save it, and then back over here, let's run it. There we go. And we get the tuple. Okay, we can index it just like we can with lists. If you're not sure how to index, check out, you know what I'm going to say, check out the technique guide and the video on indexing in Python. Square brackets essentially counts from 0. So if I put 0 there, fruit index to 0, we're going to get apple because that's item 0, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is the same as you're going to see for a list as well, like so. Okay, pretty cool. So really, that's what a tuple is. Not much more to be said about it. Shall we just kind of prove that we can't change it, that we're going to get a horrible error, a horrid error? So let's go, okay, all right, so I want to change it, fruit, and I'm going to index it to 0, and I no longer want that to be an apple. I want to change it to alright, so my keyboard just sliding around it. I want to change it to a guava. Guava's a lovely, apple's a lovely too, like that. And then I'm going to try and print fruit again and see what happens. Okay, so let's save that this time. Oh, we get an error. Oh dear. Type error. Tuple object does not support item assignment. In other words, it's saying, hey fella, or Mrs. whatever, this is immutable. A tuple is immutable. Didn't you know that? You can't mutate it. You can't change it. You can't reassign values in this thing. Let's just say, okay, I know it's not about a list, but let's just make it a list just to kind of prove the point. So we're going to change our tuple into a list just by changing these brackets to the square brackets. It's now a list. And I said a list we can mutate, so let's mutate that thing. See, it works, right? It's now guava. So with a list, you can mutate it, you can change it. Sometimes you want it to be like that, and with a tuple, you can't. And sometimes you want it that you can't. You want immutable solutions. By the way, when you get with bigger programs, especially if you're working with large data, and Python's great for that, you frequently want it to be immutable, to be honest. And also, it's quicker. Maybe go over that in a deep dive card. It's quicker. Python can process, it can work with tuples faster than it can lists. Doesn't matter in these small projects like this, but if you've got a lot of data, then it makes a difference to the efficiency of your algorithms, of your programs. Okay. There's a couple of methods you can use on tuples as well. I think we go over counts as one of them. So let's just put in another apple here. So we've got 2 apple items in here. Don't want to do that. No, that's not going to work. We know it. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Let's not have the error. Fruit, and we can call this count method on it, and we're going to count how many instances of apples in there like that. Okay, so let's say that, and let's just run that. And of course, you expect it to say 2 because apple occurs twice. So you can use that as well. That's a method you can call on tuples as well. Okay, so tuples, get programming, get using them in your code and your projects as well when you feel like you need them. Hope you enjoyed the video, hope it was useful, and as always, until next time, take care.